G'day, Ben from Melbourne here. Today we're going to cover the vinyl pickups or purchases or finds or whatever you want to call it for the month of October and probably a bit of September as well. I don't think I've done one of these for about a month and a half, something like that. Quite a bit of stuff, so I'm going to try and whip through these as quick as I can without too much dilly-dally. I dilly-dally a little bit too much, I feel like I'm doing right now. So we're going to start off with 3 fucking bangers. Scored myself an OG missing link of the Go-Betweens' first album, Send Me a Lullaby. Look at that. Let's have a look in beautiful condition. And there it is on the great missing link label there. You know the Go-Betweens. And if that's not enough for you, got an Australian first press of Spring Hill Fair as well, their third record on Sire. Fantastic stuff. Again, in beautiful condition, wordage. There's your Sire label there. Very, very lucky boy to have picked up those two. And if that wasn't good enough, holy moly, on Missing Link again, original Australian press of the Birthday Party's Junkyard. Oh yeah. There we go. There's the Missing Link label on the back. We've got the original wordage in there, and the vinyl itself. There's the great Missing Link label. So freaking cool stuff, baby. Now, great indie rock band from the 80s who I'd kind of forgotten about, and saw this and was like, yes. And that's the great Riptides there. This one's on Regular Records. This is about mid-80s, I want to say. Can't see anything that's going to tell me, but I reckon that's a pretty good guess. So that one's on Regular Records there. Just a pretty plain label, but yeah, good indie stuff, that 80s Australian indie sound. The first record of theirs I'd love to track down as well. Name escapes me at the moment. All right, now for a few reissues. And do you remember the mighty Bud with their album Over? Probably not if you're not from Australia. This is kind of like a shellac math rock kind of thing, but Australian style. This has been reissued by Cheer Squad Records, just the 12-inch EP. Really good stuff if you like your heavy math rock. So inner there. The vinyl, it is, I don't know if you pick that up, it's got like a bluey black marbly colour, quite nice. Really, really good. Cheer Squad doing a great job with their reissues. They put out new stuff as well, but I've particularly been loving the reissues. Now let's pop over to New Zealand. This is the mighty Toy Love live at the Glue Pot. This is over a few nights, I think it's recorded. This is, of course, most famously Chris Knox from the Tall Dwarfs and his solo stuff. Really, really cool. There's a great gatefold there. Apparently this band were pretty awesome live, and believe it or not, this is on Garner Records, this reissue, which ain't no bad thing. Groovy looking little inner booklet here. Who knows what's going on there. Essays and the like. But yeah, I'm anything from New Zealand in the 80s and 90s I will pick up. It's just all good. It's unbelievable. Well, except for Crowded House, they fucking suck. Bit harsh. And what else we got here? Oh, got the soundtrack to The Road, scored by the Cavester and Big Wazza. Coming to Australia finally next year for the Wild God tour. Haven't seen him for a little while. I think the last time I saw Nick Cave was solo with Colin Greenwood on bass, and that was really good. And yeah, before that it was bloody. It must have been pre-COVID, I think. Yeah, he hasn't been out here since then, I don't think, except for that solo one. So, bit of a post-apocalyptic movie. Beautiful strings. I like their soundtracks. Like, you could go down a whole rabbit hole and just buy a whole ton of their soundtrack work. Nice smoky grey coloured vinyl there as well. Good stuff. And now a compilation from The Mighty Church. This is a reissue from one that came out in the day, I believe, called Hindsight, 1980 to 1987. And the reason I wanted to get this is because it's also got a lot of the B-sides and some stuff which didn't come on the albums. It's a pretty cool package. How's that? All you psychedelic fiends. It's a double album, so you got a lot of great music here. There's the inner, some wordage. What's the vinyl look like? Oh, that looks particularly nice. Very good. And we'll see what the other one looks like as well. Just get back in there, you bastard. Same sort of deal. And, ooh, bit of a blue tone to that one. Very nice. All right, now this is something that should have been reissued a long time ago. I do have a close to original version, I think, of the Mighty X with their album At Home With You. This is a bit later on in the world of X. Probably if you're going to know a song off this, it would be Degenerate Boy. Cracking number. This is like really skeletal, bass heavy punk, a lot more in your face than the American X. Great band, American X, but they've got that sort of rockabilly thing going on as well, which is no bad thing. Yeah, the vocals can only be described as guttural, if you don't know this. And this album was produced by the late great Lobby Lloyd of the Coloured Balls and Purple Hearts and about 1,000 other bands like the Wild Cherries. There's the label there. This is reissued by a label called Sorcerer. Pretty cool stuff. That comes with a bit of a blurb on the inside. There's the band there. Legendary Australian band. If you see anything by them, I urge you to pick it up. You won't be disappointed. Another great Australian band, the Lipstick Killers. Now, they're probably mainly known for the track Hindu Gods of Love. There's a good compilation put out which has all of their stuff. Like, I think that was all they released, was that single and maybe something else in their lifetime, unfortunately. But this is a killer live show, as it says on there, live in Adelaide in 1979. You've got a great blurb on the back there. This one's brought to you by Grown Up Wrong Records, just on the black vinyl with black labels. Yeah, that's a good place to start, actually. Hindu Gods of Love, if you want to get an idea. It's got that, you know, the what would you call it? It's not exactly punk, but it's informed by punk, a bit more hooky. Yeah, to me, it's like a more fuzzed up indie rock, I suppose. Now, this one was a second-hand one, which I was happy to get. This is original on Rubber Records by the great Ricane. They were kind of a math rock thing as well, like Bud, who we mentioned earlier. except these dudes were from Melbourne, Fitzroy. Really, really cool. Really happy to get this. I, had kind of forgotten about them, to be honest, until I saw this. But they were a really good band back in the day. Still got the poster with it. I know, super exciting. And the vinyl itself, just black as you would expect, because it's from back in the 90s. But yeah, if you like that kind of angular math rock style thing, you'll dig Ricane. Now, a different kind of vibe also from the 90s, from Sydney's Drop City reissue of their album Magic Transistor Radio. Now, they were kind of part of that scene, which was indie rock, but it definitely had a bit of a nod to 60s sounds. You can kind of tell from, the style of the band's name there and the layout of the cover. This was originally on Red Eye Records. But now this is, through Polydor, because I don't think Red Eye exists anymore. So, double album version comes with some extra tracks on there. It's the 30th anniversary edition. We'll have a look at the vinylage. That's quite nice. And it's replicated the old Red Eye logo. Love that. And what's the other one? It's different colour. Love it when they go to the trouble of doing that. But yeah, really cool. I would sort of put them in with that kind of like bands like, Snout and Even, who definitely indie rock style stuff, but had a nod to 60s kind of thing. You wouldn't say it's like 60s psychedelic or anything like that, but you can hear it in there. It's informed by it. Now, some good secondhand goodness from the Crystal Set, great indie rock band from the 80s on Red Eye Records. Don't know if you can pick that up. It's got a nice embossed cover. Have a feeling I've shown this, but I don't know. You tell me. You can fast forward. So there's the inner there. And we've got the great Red Eye label just on the black vinyl, as you would expect from back in the day. Nothing inside, but that's all right. Great record. Great band. Speaking of great bands, the Band of Susans with there's a Love Agenda on Restless Records. This one's from 1989. Kind of like, if you'd like your Triffids and Nick Cave, I reckon you would get into the Band of Susans as well. Led by what's his bloody name? It's just escaped me and I cannot find it there. Anyway, Jesus Christ, that's bad. Why does anyone watch this shit? Anyway, there's the back cover there. There they are in action. Oh yeah. Some wordage. And cool label with the back of the guitar on that side and the front of the guitar on this side. Oh no. Sorry. It's the front on both sides. Just full of knowledge and information today. Next up, you'll know this one. It's a 12-inch of Midnight Oil's Dead Heart. Great cover, hey, looks fantastic. And the cool thing about this is the B-side has the Warumpi Band, great Indigenous band with their song Black Fella, White Fella, and also has the other Indigenous band Coloured Stone and their song This Land. Fantastic back cover as well. Brilliant stuff. You all know I love the oils. What else can I say? Besides, I think they're brilliant. And if you disagree with me, you're totally wrong. Now, have I told you about the smooth sounds of Dave Graney before? Well, he had a band called the Moodists, which weren't very smooth at all. They were more in that sort of art punk thing which was going on in Melbourne back in the early 80s. And this is their album. 12-inch. Justice and Money 2. There's the smooth Dave, who'd go on to be the most well-dressed man in Melbourne. There's the label there. Been forgetting to tell you what labels these are on, but anyway. We're trying to be economical with our time, and we're up to 15 minutes, and there's still 40,000 records left. Okay, more Moodists. Promotional copy! This one's Runaway on Red Flame Records. There you go. Maybe I won't get all of these out. There you go. Well, Virgin subsidiary Red Flame. Engine Shutter is a full-length album. There's an engine on the back. Again, it's on Orgogo. That's the old looking Orgogo label there. Cool. Didn't realise that. More Oils, 12-inch of Armistice Day. Great track. This is like the pre 10-to-1 Red Sails era, and it's backed with a live version of Stand in Line. Formidable live band back in the day. And there's the labels. Ta-da! Next up, a reissue of the Hard-On's great 12-inch Surfing on My Face. Sort of pop punk, juvenile lyrics. Can sort of sometimes venture into some quite heavy territory as well. Musically, that is, not philosophically. It's all pretty lowbrow, but great fun. Awesome looking vinyl. This is what put out by Vinyl Records, as in VINIL. Some more secondhand. Sorry, this is all over the shop. Masters and Apprentices, Jam It Up, baby, on the Great Raven label. Now this is got a lot of bits and pieces, which B-sides, according to this, rarities, 65 to 73, 4 tracks, never issued on an LP. Bit of blurbage there. I'm more of a fan of like their 60s stuff, where they're much more like a garage rock band. Like if you don't, if you like your, Pebbles and Ugly Things and shit like that, you will love this band. But go for the 60s stuff if that's your bag. Newy from The Beths. I'm sure everybody in the VC's got this. Their last couple of records were quite popular. New Zealand band, of course. This one came with a little thingo that was signed by the band. Nice stuff on the Anti label. I see that they've recently recorded a live to air thing on the KEXP Seattle radio station, which they put up on YouTube. Performances there and some wordage. Beautiful blue stuff. Really good indie, like much more on the pop end. Great hooks, catchy shit. Really, really good. There's all the rest of your inners. Next, even though I had all this stuff, it's just a good thing to have. It's the mighty Civic, one of the best punk bands come out of Australia in the last few years. This rounds up like the new Vietnam, which was a mini album, and the singles that all came out on Anti-Fade it says here, between 2018 and 2019. Just killer punk stuff. Few people in the VC have got onto Civic, and yeah, I think they're going great guns. So they're that's the new Vietnam, and there's the 7 inches there. Some wordage, just on the black vinyl. And because I didn't realise I had the pictures there, I got out. There's the 7 inches. were previously available, and that's the mini album of New Vietnam. Second last one. You know I love Split System, right? Well, this band is Jackson Reed Briggs and the Heaters, and he is the lead singer of Split System, and this is in that kind of quality, fucking rockin' shit. Waiting in a corner on Drunken Sailor Records, so there's a good sign that it's going to be awesome stuff. Really cool balls to the wall punk rock. Not his voice, I guess, makes it, you know, not far off the mark of Split System. You know, if come down to it, I'd probably pick Split System over his band The Heaters, but it's fucking quality stuff. If you do like your Australian punk, I'd get onto this bad boy. And last of all, not Australian punk, that's of the full length, is the new Jack Ladder. Formerly Sydney, now based in New York, I believe. Baritone singer-songwriter. This one's called Separation Rock. If you put them together, that's what it will say. Yeah, really, I've loved his last few records. There's a melancholy to it, a tongue-in-cheek in some things. Yeah, really, really good stuff. Usually about love gone wrong. Good hooks, good melodies. Really, really good album. Well, there he is, looking a little bit happier there. This one is on... Oh, he got a grant from the New South Wales government. And I think it's called Worse Records, the label, yep, on the back there. So that's the last of the LPs. Oh, and it come with a personally designed Worse Records Inertia prescription for me, just because I suppose that's Jack Ladder's actual writing. He's prescribed this album to me, which is lovely of him. It's just what I needed. Now for a few new 7-inches. Maybe shown some of these, but not all of them. Eddie Current, motherfucker. They're back with a great 7-inch called Shapes and Forms. Back with Oh No and Despite It All. This is fucking killer. If you love Eddie Current, it's got everything you want in it, including nice packaging. But musically, whoa! Yeah, it's the only way you can describe it. There's no point using words. Still in great form. Killed it at the Free Federation Square show, and apparently when I was in Japan were fucking unbelievable. At the show they played at the Night Cat on Cool Death Records. Just a black vinyl. So that's the Eddie. Split System. Just spoke about them with Jackson Reed Briggs and the Heaters. New 7-inch, No Cops in Heaven on the ever reliable Legless Records. You need all of the Split System catalogue, 7 inches, albums and all, or otherwise you got problems. There's some wordage. Packing a bit of shit into 7 inches these days. So like there's like stickers and other shit in there. This one I got as a freebie when I ordered some records off Strange World Records, and it's a split between Hidden Cycles and Space Ahead. This is pretty heavy duty shit. It was really good though. Australian bands, kind of I would compare them to like noise rock stuff, like Jesus Lizard, I suppose, that kind of ballpark. There's some info on it, but yeah, I'm gonna follow up both these bands because I really enjoyed this. Just on the yellow vinyl. There's the other side. Alright, speaking of awesome punk rock and roll, if you know what I'm saying, you know what I'm saying. Again, on the Mighty Legless label. The Stiff Richards, baby. Back with a single GFC, backed with empty barrels. Fucking great stuff. This comes out of the blocks like you wouldn't believe. Just on the black vinyl. And even more shit. You'd reckon this was a full-length album, the amount of stuff they put in these 7 inches. But yeah, great stuff. Just, what can I say? It's Australian punk rock, baby. It's the best going. And last of all, thank you, Mr. Garner Harris, of whatever your channel is called these days. I will put a link below. I'll try and remember that. He brought up a band I'd kind of forgot all about on the Mighty Citadel label, and that's the Inner Sleeves with the single End It All. Great track. Citadel is a sign of quality. This is like 80s indie rock stuff. Really, really cool. There it is on the Mighty Citadel label. And that's it. 26 minutes. Even 26 as well as 26. All the New Zealanders will understand me. Thank you so much if you lasted the whole way through that. That's just some new shit, which I've got. And now I've got a lot of shit to put away. See you in the next one.